Hobe Sound, Florida, just north of glamorous Palm Beach. Here, folks enjoy a quieter life. Good weather, a chance to put their feet in the sand of this local beach. But for one family, that tranquil life was interrupted in the worst possible way in the spring of 2016.
Hobe Sound is not a place that we typically have murders or missing people.
Generally speaking, it's an aberration.
We don't get high-level homicides. It just doesn't happen. It's unheard of.
Hobe Sound is a very quiet place. It's small town America. It's really centered around the Bible college there.
People, for the most part, kind of know who belongs, who doesn't belong.
It's just a really wonderful place to live. There's still room to breathe.
On April 27th of 2016, the sheriff's office here in Martin County, we got a call of a missing person. There was a woman named Tricia Todd who had gone missing.
Tricia Todd is a single mom who's recently been divorced. Her 2-year-old daughter, Faith, had been left with her regular babysitter, Denise Tuffanello.
Couldn't get in touch with her, Something's not right.
The babysitter called me or Chastity, my wife, and just said, hey, no one's come and got the child.
I said, I have faith. I haven't been able to get in touch with your sister. I said, what do you want me to do? Tricia's just not answering her phone.
I knew something was wrong right there because Tricia, if wherever she was, if she had to crawl to get there, she would have picked up Faith.
So that's a major red flag for you.
Oh, yeah.
We just stopped by the babysitter's house on the way home, picked up Faith, had no idea what was going on. We were just in full speculation mode of like, what in the world could cause this? Like, what's going on?
And then we called the police and told them she's a missing person.
Tricia's other brother, Joshua, found her car parked out in front of their shared residence down in Hobe Sound, but it was parked in the wrong spot.
It was parked in Joshua's neighbor's spot, and I knew she would never do that and make trouble for her brother.
Went to open the door, and the door opened right up, but then there were keys in it. I was like, that's so weird.
Missing from her purse was her wallet, and there was no cell phone in the car, and that was very odd.
In her home, we noticed that her groceries had been left in the kitchen area. So
Not put away.
not put away. So led us to believe that she left soon after coming home from the grocery store.
So Tricia grew up about a mile north of where I live in Hobe Sound. She has a large family. She's the only daughter of multiple brothers.
Tell me about Tricia.
Well, when I had Tricia, I had to tell myself in the hospital, you have a girl. You have a girl.
Well, we were raised in a family with 7 boys and 1 girl, so we were really rough. She was pretty tough.
She was always up for adventure, and being the only girl with a bunch of boys, you pretty much had to be up for an adventure all the time.
She would keep up with the boys. When she got bigger, they had motorcycles. Okay, she had a motorcycle.
Did she talk about her hopes and dreams in life?
She wanted to be a nurse. I made her a nurse's outfit for Christmas, and she'd doctor the dog and doctor her dolls, and that was her dream.
She came from a church-going family in a town where that's pretty common.
One of my favorite stories about Tricia, there was a man that pulled a gun on her, opened up her car door at the stoplight, and said, get out, give me your car. And she said, you should be ashamed of yourself. And she said, I will pray for you. And he started crying, and he got in the car, and she drove him home.
What a sweet little story of her and the way she approaches life.
Yes.
There was one Christian private school in that little area, Hobe Sound Christian Academy, that my sister and I and several other of my siblings went to.
In that high school, she would meet another student by the name of Stephen Williams. Tell me about Stephen.
He was one of the few African-American students in the school. He was super funny, always had a laugh, always had a smile on his face. He was super smart.
Stephen was raised by a single mom in nearby West Palm Beach. According to his mother, she moved him into Hobe Sound Christian Academy after a troubled stretch in public school.
Stephen was really just smooth and cool and collected, and I would always see his name on the honor roll as a straight A student.
What was the connection between Tricia and Stephen, do you think?
He was a big personality. He seemed fun, and Tricia gravitated towards it like everybody else.
They started to get more serious right after high school.
They would walk around holding hands and laugh and flirt with each other, and I just like, okay, they're together.
After high school, Stephen would go on to join the Air Force.
He was working up presently at an Air Force base in North Carolina as an aircraft mechanic.
Then when Tricia graduated, she signed up too.
It was kind of a means to an end. She knew that she could get nurse training. And then I think it was also the adventure of joining the Air Force.
One of our mutual friends called me and said, "You're not going to believe this." And he said that Steve and Tricia got married. Well, I immediately called Steve and said, "Listen, you're not going to believe what the gossip train is saying now." And he just laughed and said, "No, we got married."
And when you heard that it was a sudden marriage, no big ceremony, did that strike you as odd?
She was always going to do what she wanted, and that just seemed very Tricia-like.
Impulsive?
Yeah.
He's black, she's white. Was that an issue for you or the family?
It wouldn't have been an issue for me if I would have been happy with him. But what's done is done, and I will learn to know him and hopefully like him.
I think more the fact that he wasn't associated with the church that she was associated with, that was mostly the issue that came about, especially with her family.
Tricia went on to serve time in Iraq and then came home and began nursing school, where she graduated in 2011.
That was a big moment for her. She finally reached her dream. She's her pinning.
Oh, sweet.
I was the same way.
From here to here.
Yeah.
She would go on missions trips to Haiti. She loved helping ailing people that were suffering. She loved to bring relief.
She wanted to be a mom.
Yes. Yeah, that was the most important thing to her, along with becoming a nurse, was being a mom.
She ended up getting pregnant with Faith, and that was, for her, the best thing that ever could have possibly happened. I mean, her world revolved around motherhood at that point.
She seemed over the moon. She was so thrilled. Every time Faith did something new, giggle or roll over or smile or anything, she would call me.
I love you.
And just ooh and ah about how perfect Faith was.
So she seemed to be a good mom.
Very much so.
How are you?
But by the time Faith was 2, the marriage was over. Tricia took her daughter and moved out of their home in Raleigh, North Carolina.
In speaking with Tricia's family, it sounded like the divorce was fairly amicable.
She did not want any alimony, and she only wanted child support.
So she wanted to make a clean break.
Yes.
Other than visitation.
Right.
She decided to move back down here to Hobe Sound because her family and his family were still in the area.
How did she handle coming down here as a single mom with her daughter and starting over?
She had a place to stay. She had a loving family that were very supportive of her. The first thing she did was get a job with hospice, and she absolutely loved that job.
She had started a new job. She became a nurse. She was living with her brother at the time. She was happy.
But now the 30-year-old mom is suddenly missing.
It made no sense that Trish just vanished in the thin air.
And a massive search is now underway.
Was it an accident? Is she injured somewhere? Is it foul play?
People don't simply vanish. They are either removed or they remove themselves. They had to explore the possibility that she simply left on her own.
I was hoping and praying every day that she would just show up at somebody's door and say, "Listen, there's a crazy adventure."